I know what a bird is.
I left my big notebook upstairs. Why did I do that? Okay.
Oh, Shannon.
My one notebook that I have for this.
It's sticky notes.
No, I have like a shit ton of index cards and a loose notebook on my desk, so I just grabbed the thing.
Gotcha.
The note that you started with a lag is on the same page I used to plan the Black Lives Matter rally. So,
I mean,
cool.
Yay us.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, Hannah, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Welcome, comrades. You're listening to The Triad, where we're spooky but sensitive. I'm Hannah.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Shelby.
Yay!
And today, go to your PowerPoints.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Do we
No.
have announcements or anything?
I don't know. Just, a general thank you to everybody who's listened so far, as always.
Yes.
So,
Next time you hear next episode, I'll have an actual for real microphone.
yay! And you'll be in Maine.
And I'll be in Maine.
Yeah.
Far, far away from this
Yeah.
hellhole.
And then the one,
You.
I think the one after that, I'll be in Chicago. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what day it is.
Shelby,
is a
where will you be in the world?
I will be right here in my bed, cuddled up
Fair.
with
Like a
my
plan.
cat, like I always am.
This is a very cool title slide, Hannah.
Oh, you're already on it. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
You told me to
today-
open
It is a very
it!
cool title slide, and now I feel super inferior.
Dang it.
You told me to open it!
Okay, fine.
I don't know what it is.
Today, oh wait, I already opened it. So today we are going to be talking about the Fresno Nightcrawler,
Love
which
it.
I just think is so spooky. Have you guys ever heard of this or seen any of the videos?
I don't
I-
think so.
I know I've like read about it and probably seen a video, but it's one of those things that like I read about this type of stuff when I can't fall asleep at night to put myself to sleep, and so I don't generally remember it. So it's like I know I've read about it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Okay, good. Yay. All right. So
I have nothing to contribute. I may have heard of this, but it doesn't ring any bells off the top of my head.
you
so.
might once we watch the videos. All right.
Ooh,
so
we have
let's-
videos.
Yes, this is a full media presentation.
Completely
I have maps.
interactive.
Completely
Videos
interactive.
will be linked on our social media.
Yes.
Hell yeah, they will.
Okay. So, have you guys ever been to California?
Yes.
Yes.
With Shelby.
Okay, I
I was
Oh,
born
okay, cool.
there.
Oh,
I
we
knew
lived
that.
there. We lived there when I was like a month old. I think we flew out there when I was like, well, maybe 2 months old. And then we lived there we moved back before Allie was born, but I don't know the actual timeline. And then, obviously though, I don't remember that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was.
This is one of the few states that I've never been to, so I can't say a whole lot about it.
I was
nice out
born there, and then we moved 3 months later. So
Nice.
don't
We just missed each
remember.
other, Shelby. Well, by
Right.
like a year, but still.
So, have either of you ever been to Yosemite?
No.
When I was still a fetus in my mother's
Okay,
belly.
so
no.
I'm gonna count that as a no.
That's a no.
But if you go look at the next slide, here's a map
Yes.
of California, and that red part
Mhm.
is Fresno. I think Fresno is a county as well. Now that I say that, I feel like I'm going to be stupid. Fresno County? Yes, okay, it is. It is. So that red thing is Fresno County. All right, and what we're talking about today is a creature or something that lives in or around Fresno County and possibly Yosemite. So let me tell you some facts about Yosemite National
Hell
Park.
yeah. I love national park facts.
Next slide, please. 9 things you
Okay.
didn't know about Yosemite.
Oh my gosh,
So I got this
Also,
information.
I'm sorry, one quick second. I love your little note about going to get Betty's pills and then the Nat Geo
yeah.
issue.
I meant to say that. So that was so weird. So I went to CVS the other day to pick up her pills. I work for an old lady. I take care of her at night. And I went to the store to pick up her pills, and the National Geographic that was there was Yosemite, and I
That's very
freaked
strange.
out. And if I had money, I would have bought it, but I
It's
didn't.
very strange.
I just had Betty's charge card. She calls it. All right. So here's a picture of Yosemite. It's
So
gorgeous.
pretty.
And this is from 9 Things You Didn't Know About Yosemite National Park, and it was on the Department of the Interior. They have a blog. It was very nice.
Oh, yeah. So official.
So Yosemite is technically the nation's 3rd national park, but it was probably the park that sparked the national parks idea. So it was like the park that got everyone excited about conservation, just because it's so beautiful. And so it was the first really protected land, but the nation's 3rd national park, which is pretty cool. So the Yosemite land grant was signed by President Lincoln on June 30th, 1864. So that's pretty neat.
It is.
All right, next slide. I just love PowerPoints. In case people don't know, I was a college teacher for a while, and that was one thing my students always wrote in my evals. They would always be like, yeah, she was really fun, but like she used way too many PowerPoints. And listen, I don't care. I love PowerPoints. They're so much.
Use too many PowerPoints? Like,
that was also my question.
PowerPoints are the greatest thing ever invented, but I feel
and
like
I
that's
always
a very
posted
like
them,
our
so it's like-
generation thing.
Yeah, you always had your notes. You never.
Yeah.
Whatever.
God,
You know what? I'm not going to take it personally.
I wish my freaking law professors would all use PowerPoints. They talk so fast, and laws are stupid, and it's so much easier to just copy them from a PowerPoint than try to get it from them just saying it. Ugh,
Yeah,
I love PowerPoints. I miss them.
And then right now, I mean, obviously none of my professors use PowerPoints because it's like, how did the story make you feel in your heart? So,
yeah. God, I love PowerPoints.
Whatever.
Like, some of my professors use them, but it was mostly for, like, my first year classes. And then, well, we had them for con law and legislation, which was nice. Because she got sidetracked a lot, but
My
kind of like we do.
Loved PowerPoints because in speech path you do a lot of things where you have to see stuff written out, because it's a lot of like transcribing, and then we have things in like the phonetic alphabet, and you can't just like describe the phonetic alphabet. You have to write it. So we had a lot of PowerPoints.
We got on a tangent.
Loved it.
We got on a tangent about PowerPoints. Like, I just want to point that out.
Okay,
Look,
for the
we're
19th time, I don't know how many times I can reiterate this. We are nerds.
I know.
We are very nerdy people.
I'm not saying it out of surprise. I'm saying it to reaffirm that we are giant nerds.
Have you guys watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I know I've
Yes.
asked this before.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like a lot of times we really channel Amy Santiago.
Yeah.
Just like when she gets excited about binders and...
Sure, I am her because I literally went into my boss's office the other day, and she has like this shelf, and it's a bunch of binders of like different things that she has to keep track of, but they were like, every binder was a different size and a different color, and like the label on it was in a different font, and I was like, I don't know how you do this. I was like, can I just go buy you a set of binders and fix this, please?
Yeah,
Somewhere.
I'm definitely Amy Santiago because I'm taking notes on what to cut. And that Shelby started with a lag.
Anyway. Yosemite fact number 2. So the Yosemite's granite rock formations glow like fire at sunset. So there's a place called El Capitan and Half Dome that when the sun sets, they literally like glow. Look at the picture. They're like, it looks like they're on fire almost. And there's other points in the park that do that too, depending on the type of or the time of year. So I thought that was really cool because when we lived in Montana, we used to go to Yellowstone all the time, and there was like it was either a day or a week out of the year where Horseshoe Falls would look like it was literally on fire, and it was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So, anyway, that was just for me, I guess.
No, I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
I just really like nature, and
Look, my sister works in nature conservation, so like she just randomly sends me pictures all the time of like abandoned places up in Alaska, and she's like, there's a fox,
That's
there's
so
a
cool.
caribou, and I'm just like, I love it. Thank you.
speaking of fox,
Yes.
go to your next slide, everybody. See that fox, that Sierra Nevada red fox?
Yes.
Yes.
It was spotted for the first time in 100 years in Yosemite.
That
that
makes
so cool?
me so happy.
Yeah.
Also, there are 4 fox that live in our neighborhood. The mom and her 3 babies, they're like teenager fox now. And we see them every night when we go out walking, and you can walk right up to them. They're so tame. I mean, I don't recommend this. I don't condone this. Don't pet fox. Don't feed them. But like, someone in our neighborhood is definitely feeding them because they'll run around with like a raw chicken leg or chicken thigh in their
Oh my gosh.
teeth.
Hannah, when I was house sitting for you last year, I was driving back from work one day, and there was a fox just like trotting down the road, like by the little like lake area, and it had an entire like raw chicken leg in its mouth. So
Someone feeds those friggers.
it like weirded me out so bad because it was like pitch black out and there's no street lights there, and like my headlights caught this fox, and then it's just got like raw meat, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna
They're creeps.
go turn on all the lights now.
There's one of the kits that's really afraid of people and he'll hide. There's another one that's tentative of people and will just like sit behind a bush and watch you. And then there's a third one who will just lie down in the grass, stretch out, roll over on her back. Like, she just does not care.
She's a cat.
She's very cute. I think it's a she. I don't know.
Question for you. I don't know if you know the answer. It's related. Is Yosemite the park where they like released like 4 wolves and it like restored the entire habitat essentially?
I'm pretty sure that was Yellowstone.
Okay.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, because it's like one of the national
Just
parks.
to check. It was Yellowstone.
Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because they like released like 4 wolves, and then it was something like the entire ecosystem essentially fixed itself.
Yeah, because it was like overrun with elk and all these animals were dying.
Yeah,
and
because they
there were too many
needed
bison and whatnot.
they needed like a natural predator.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was Yellowstone.
Cool.
Yep.
Which is
I wrote about that
cool.
in my this is how dumb I am. What is the test that you take for grad school?
the GRE.
Yeah, that. I was gonna say the GED, and that's not even
Nope.
remotely correct.
Oh, I got a GED.
In the like writing portion, I wrote about that. I don't even remember what the prompt was, but I passed, and so that I guess that counts for
Good.
something.
They're starting to accept...
I'm just gonna... Oh, sorry, what did you say?
It was just a really quick thing. They're starting to accept the GRE instead of the LSAT at some law schools now, which I think is awesome, personally, because the LSAT is ridiculously hard and it's so expensive because you have to pay for the test, but you have to study for it. And that means either you buy study books, which are like $35-$40 a pop, or you take a class, which is probably like $1,000. And the GRE, probably need to do some math, and that's it.
Yeah, literally practice
You know?
your times tables and then go take that.
Because I've taken both.
I finished the whole thing in 2 hours.
Yeah, I did too. Anyway, please continue, Hannah.
All right, I'm just going to get through these last 2 really quick. All right,
Okay.
Yosemite's home to one of the tallest waterfalls in the world.
Is that the next slide?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at that beauty.
Yes.
Next.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay, and then last, Yosemite is one of the few places in the U.S. where you can see a rainbow at night. So it's called a moonfall. Or wait, a moonbow is what I meant.
I mean, either name
know.
is cool.
I wasn't going to correct you. I was just going to accept it.
A moonbow is what I meant. I was looking at the waterfall and I got confused.
Yeah.
But it's because in the spring and early summer, if the sky is clear and the moon is full, it can produce enough light to create a rainbow in a waterfall's mist.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I
because
want
it's
to live
like
there.
it has very little air pollution.
Mm-hmm.
So, fun fact, I'm going to go to
Whoa.
I already forgot what place we're talking about.
Yosemite, bud.
Oh my god. Okay. I was getting confused between Yosemite and Yellowstone. Anyway.
I initially did that because she said Yosemite, and I was like, wait, I thought that was in Montana. And then I Googled it while everybody was talking, and then I fixed it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just dumb. Ignore me. But anyway.
Yellowstone is in Montana and Wyoming.
Yeah. So
Most people
I'm going
think
to
it's
move
just
to
in Wyoming, but
Yosemite
that's a lie.
and build a tiny little cottage just for myself under the light of the moon and the rainbow. And
Okay,
no
well,
one's gonna find
maybe
me.
you won't after I read you this next part.
I'm
So-
excited.
So it is 1,169 square miles, which is almost the size of Rhode Island.
Love that.
Just Yosemite Park is. So that's like super huge. So what the heck is in there? We don't know. Could be anything.
That's a fair assessment.
Bigfoot.
A Bigfoot, or
Except
about a
Bigfoot
Fresno
lives
Nightcrawler?
further north.
Yeah.
okay, go to the next one.
Okay, I'm
The
on the next
Fresno
one.
Nightcrawlers.
Don't click on that YouTube thing
Okay.
yet,
Okay.
There's a YouTube
because
thing?
I'm going to introduce it first.
It's up at
So-
the top of the slide.
Yeah. Sorry. This footage is from 2008. A man in Fresno, California named Jose, and that's kind of all we ever learn about him. I got this information, before I jump into this, I got this information from, I watched Fact or Faked Paranormal Files, Season 1, Episode 2, and also the Cryptids fandom wiki, which was very helpful. So, where'd it go? All right, so a man from Fresno, California named Jose set up a night vision camera outside his yard, or like out on his house to look at his yard, because his dogs and like all the neighborhood dogs had been barking at night. And so he was worried that maybe it was, people creeping around or some kind of like wild animal. And he just wanted to make sure that everyone was safe. But what he ended up catching was terrifying. So go ahead and click on that YouTube link.
Okay,
And
real quick sidebar. Just based on this screen cap that's on your slide, I 1000% have watched this video.
okay, good.
At like
So you
2
know,
think I
in the
have.
morning. It's
Shannon, get ready
love
to be
it.
freaked the frick out.
I love it. I love it. I love everything.
Okay.
Okay, I am getting an ad for GoDaddy.
I
Okay.
skipped my ad, but it was for a cleaning thing, I think.
Here we go. Skip ad. Okay.
So you can skip this like word part, and this link again will be on the social meds. All right. So the reason it's so shaky. So I'm just gonna kind of describe what we're watching. So we're looking at a yard, and the reason it's so shaky and weird is because he recorded the footage that he captured on the night vision camera with a camcorder. So
sorry,
it's like
it just
a copy
started.
of a copy.
Ugh.
Yes.
It looks like a clothespin that has that can move.
Now keep
Ugh.
watching. Keep watching.
Oh, I don't like that thing.
Look.
I am. Well, now nothing's happening. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, keep watching.
I am.
All right. So, Shannon, do you want to describe what you're seeing that's creeping you out?
So initially, it literally looks like a clothespin that's like wobbling back and forth, but now it kind of looks like a dude with like a cloak on. It's just creepy. God.
Yeah.
I don't like
So
it.
it's so what that is. That thing that you are looking at has been named the Fresno Nightcrawler. So it appears to have a relatively short stature. It's about 1.5 meters high. So it's not person-sized.
Mm-mm.
Are you watching the
I'm watching it when
whatever,
it's like
the
inversed.
enhancement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I looked
So-
up meters to feet because I don't know how meters work, and that's 4.9
It's-
feet.
Yeah, so it's shorter than
It's only 2 inches
Like-
shorter than Ashley.
It's
So
about the size of like
It's short.
a 10-year-old.
yeah,
Yeah.
or
And
almost
that'll
Ashley.
come up. Yeah, so it's pretty short. It's not
Yeah.
like human adult sized, unless
No.
you're teeny weeny.
Yes. God,
Um,
I don't like it.
so what it seems to be, if you look at it, it looks like it's all legs with like
Yeah.
a little watermelon head on top,
That's why I
right?
said clothespin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like an old-fashioned clothespin,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's like a flowy clothespin.
Yeah, doesn't it look like it's wearing some kind of clothing?
Yeah, which I didn't notice at the
Yeah.
first like run through, but then the second one it looked more like it was wearing like a cloak or something over its legs, because the first time it looked
Yeah.
like it was just like wiggling back and forth. Ugh, it's creepy.
And that's 2 different Nightcrawlers that you saw.
Oh, they were different. Okay.
Hmm. They're almost always seen in pairs.
Interesting. I
Which-
literally know nothing about this, I'm realizing. I
Yeah,
don't think I've
isn't it
ever
so
heard
crazy?
this
know
before.
about this, Shane.
I don't know.
No one
knows.
You'd think
But
I
it just,
would.
it seems like something that you would know about.
I know. I don't know anything. God, it's so creepy.
Good, I'm so glad I'm introducing you to this.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
so
But yeah, now that we're like into
Ugh.
it, I definitely know about these things. So
I do not.
so yeah, they're approximately
Okay.
4.5 feet ish.
Yeah.
They seem to have some kind of webbing connecting their knees to their torsos, so that weird fabric-looking part
Yeah.
of them. And they're very short and thin. Their feet are. They're short and thin and almost stilt-like. So it appears that they kind of just... There's no way that a person could be in a costume, because most of the body... There is no body. It's
Yeah.
all legs.
Like people
It's all
don't,
legs and a little head.
like that's not how people move.
No.
You know?
But
That's
it's not
the
how
other
people
thing.
move, and like even if it was someone like on stilts, or that's not like how humans are shaped.
No.
So even if they were wearing like this weird cloak thing, the way that it moves,
It's too
There's nowhere
it's
for a
not
body to
possible.
be.
That's all.
Yeah. It's just too fluid. Like there's
Yeah.
no joints.
And you can clearly see like the space between the legs, so it's not
Yeah.
like someone like walking really weird wearing some sort of cloak. Like you can clearly see that negative
Yeah.
space between the legs. So
Yeah. So the show Fact or Faked tried to debunk this, and they were unable to debunk this. So what the first thing they did was they dressed a child up and had a little kid walk across the yard, and it was like totally, you could see it was a kid.
Yeah.
They used the same camera, I believe, or a very similar camera to get that sort of grainy image. So they had this little 4-year-old walk across the yard, and it definitely wasn't him. Like, it couldn't have been a child, they determined, because the movement of the creature was way too fluid,
Yeah.
as opposed to how they had the kid walk. So the next thing they did was they tried to make a puppet to sort of mimic this movement.
Don't
And
like
their
that.
first puppet they had moving across on a string. And it looked pretty similar. The only thing that was wrong with it was, since it was a puppet, it was swaying from side to side, instead of how the creature walks kind of in a... Because the creature walks in a straight line.
He
But
looks like
this...
it looks like it's on like a mission. Like it is going
Yeah, it's
somewhere.
going. It's got somewhere to be. But the
Yeah.
puppet was swaying too far from side to side that it just looked really... It looked fake. It looked like a non-organic creature.
Yeah.
And after that, they tried to move it manually, so they had someone out in the yard moving it, and then they photoshopped him out, and it still couldn't match anything that they had done. And like their puppet had all kinds of like animatronic parts and everything, and they couldn't make a similar movement to this. So they determined that it was unsolved, I guess.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right, so that's the original video from Fresno. If you go to the next video, this one was filmed near Yosemite. So let's let's watch that one.
Okay. I don't like these things.
Sorry.
No, it's not. Oh god, they're just so creepy.
Yeah, they are really creepy. So this one, again, that one is a little bit...
This video
the
is
same.
better
It's-
quality. For
It is.
sure. It's not as grainy.
So the little one, do you see the little one behind it? That one's only about 2.5 feet tall.
Interesting.
So there's no way, one, a kid could be in there. Just by the way it's walking. It's so... I don't know.
Well, and just, there's no body. Like, it's literally legs
There's
that
no
come
body.
to a
That's
point.
the thing.
Like, there's no body in there. It literally looks like just somebody chopped legs off, but kept them connected at the pelvis, and that's what's moving. Like, there's
So the
no
person...
torso.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's, like, impossible to see a
Ugh.
torso.
God, I don't like
So
these
the
things.
person who posted this said, a retired couple was having trouble with break-ins in their Yosemite private property and aimed their security camera at the driveway to view video visitors. Sorry, they caught these things on their security camera and called me over to see because they know I'm interested in the paranormal. They gave me this digital copy, but I can't figure out what the crap they are. They remind me of the Fresno stick-like creatures, but they seem to have to transfer weight. They seem to have to transfer weight, and there are two here. Is one a baby? What are these? Nightcrawlers, stickmen, something new? What? And this was posted by Sierra Para Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Shelby, do you want to describe what you just saw in this one?
In this video from Yosemite?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh god. Okay, so this is gonna sound weird, but it's like the only thing I can use to describe it. It looks like, like MC Hammer pants.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god,
It
they're
literally
totally
looks
sentient
like-
MC Hammer
like
pants.
Yeah.
A sentient pair of MC Hammer pants.
Yes.
Like, because it's like, you can kind of tell that, like, there's, like, this sort of leg thing in it, or some sort of, like, stick thing in it, but then there's that weird billowiness around it, but there's no arms, no torso. You can't even really tell if it's got a head, but
Yeah.
it literally looks
Mhm.
like a sentient pair of hammer pants, and then
Yeah.
they're, like, completely white.
And the bottoms of them, because the hammer pants, they're like really billowy in the middle, but then the bottom is like, it's like a little stick point that their feet are.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
like,
you can like see there's a little stick point coming out from the bottom of these legs.
yeah.
So,
And it doesn't look like something that's like wearing pants. It looks like the billowiness is part of the leg,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
it's not holding any of the weight, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I
So-
also forgot to mention that in the original video, when they interviewed the man Jose, who initially
Mhm.
shot the footage, they determined him to be a credible witness because he was so freaked out by what he caught. He wasn't like, he doesn't want his name to be known. He really didn't want interviewers there. He's
Mhm.
not trying to be famous.
Yeah.
So they thought of him as a really credible witness.
So I'm on the YouTube video comments because why wouldn't I be? And did you guys ever watch Jimmy Neutron, the show?
Yeah.
Okay, one of the comments
Yeah.
is Jimmy Neutron forgot to kill off some of his evil pants.
Oh. Yeah.
It made me laugh. Also, in your, I don't know if you're going to get to it, but in your, like, little notes on this video, it doesn't seem like it's very, pro Nightcrawler here.
No, this was from from
Okay.
something else.
Okay.
But yeah, there's been some sightings and some recordings, and I'll show you one in a minute, which I think is incredibly fake. I mean, that first one is just, these first two are so
Yeah.
creepy that I
Yeah.
feel, and they're so, I don't know, they're just, the way they are moving and the way that there's no torsos, it's just very freaky, and I feel like those are going to be really hard to fake, even if you are using some kind of like video manipulation on them. But yeah, some people have, doctored these and actually just used like a pair of pants and puppeteered them or whatever to make them a hoax. But again, when I watched that Fact or Faked, it looked incredibly hard to do that. Like they had all of these, they pulled out all the stops to make it to try to prove it was a hoax, but they couldn't. And something I'm going to show you later on, yeah, we'll see it later. It's a guy a YouTuber who sort of demonstrated that how easily these videos can be manipulated, which, yeah, that's true. I mean, you see stuff all the time well, I do at least. I watch like every paranormal YouTube channel there is, and some of them are like incredibly fake. But I don't know, it's just something about those first two videos.
Yeah, I don't like those.
The Fresno one and the Yosemite one that just creep me out.
Yeah, because
I don't know. All right, so let's look at the next slide. A lot of people for a while were trying to attribute this to some kind of Native American folklore because there are these sculptures that sort of look like the Nightcrawlers. The only problem is that's not true, and it's never been verified. And there, in one of the podcasts I was listening to about this, the Curly Conspiracies podcast, they were saying that the people who said that they had the way to track this through Native American folklore never explained where they got it, and it just kind of seems really sketchy. So
yeah,
I think these statues, which I believe this one that we're looking at is from Mexico, just no, they're not related.
Okay,
don't worry about it. But you might see that somewhere is why I threw it in there.
Yeah,
some people are
okay, but
burdened
even
by
if
that
it
fake truth.
is part of Native American folklore because of these statues, then I mean, I don't even know where I was going with that, but I guess it would just be that people see these statues, and if the statue was made by Native Americans or something, and they're like, it's proof that they knew about these creatures or something like that. But
yeah, but there's also hieroglyphics that kind of look a little bit like helicopters, and people are like, they knew the future, and it's they
that's
probably
true.
Didn't.
It's
it might just be a weird dragonfly.
Bias.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so there's a weird tree root that happens to look like this thing. It's not proof of anything.
Yeah. Plus, I don't like it when white people try to attribute things that Native Americans don't claim to Native Americans.
Ask a
exactly.
Native American
I don't
from the area?
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that because it's probably a white person.
Mesa Verde is.
I know the name, but
Google it really quick, Shannon. You'll know what it is when you see it. So I went to Mesa Verde a couple years ago, and our tour guide, the park ranger who led us through it, because you have to go with a park ranger because it's a very
that place. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But the tour guide who took us, the park ranger who took us through it, was a white woman, kind of around our age. And I was like, oh great, here we go. But she actually had the best stuff to say about it. She's like, and I can tell you the history that we know about this place, but I'm not going to make any assumptions because 1, I wasn't there, and 2, I am not a person of color, and 3, that would just be completely disrespectful of me. And I was like, wow, that was very surprising. Don't judge a book by its cover. All right. Next one. So this video, also I like this, some of this art that's in my PowerPoint for you listeners is from DeviantArt. I thought this one was really cute. It's a cute little watercolor.
Okay, but this picture that you have, this little watercolor, okay, I watched too many Studio Ghibli movies, but it reminds me of the radish spirit in Spirited Away.
Oh my god, it does, because of their little fat legs.
Yeah, if you took the radish spirit's body away and it was just his head and his little mustache, it would be him. Anyway.
Is this so this video scare?
What?
No.
That's clearly a person on stilts.
Yeah, this video's from Poland, and they say that it's a Nightcrawler, but I mean, if the Nightcrawler's from California, yeah, that's you can definitely tell it's a person on stilts because
plus this is just really shitty video.
Yeah, I think they tried to make it horror movie quality, but it's just
the thing's only in there for 2 seconds. It looks like a person on stilts with a white hoodie. That's literally what it looks like.
It doesn't even move remotely the same way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to be, its movement isn't organic. I know I keep using that word, but that's really how I feel. And the only things that were posted with this were #believe, #Nightcrawlers.
Great.
So, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, because the other ones, it was very fluid, which this is not. This is really stiff. But you could still
Yeah.
kind of see, like, a little bit of bending in the leg, kind of.
Yeah,
and this is literally just,
it wasn't
like,
completely
straight.
rigid.
Yeah, this is just, it's a person on stilts.
Yeah, and the wind was blowing, so you could see the stilts.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, anyway.
No.
All right, so this next one, I kind of, I kind of mentioned this earlier. The guy who did the digital manipulation to show how people could easily fake this.
Mm-hmm.
This is him. He walked down a corridor with a watermelon in his hands and then like cropped his top half out, and he was like, Fresno Nightcrawler, bam.
That doesn't even look the same,
It doesn't
though.
look the same.
It doesn't have the billowy thing. It looks like legs. You know?
Like,
Yeah.
you can see human legs.
Yeah.
And even, like, the watermelon doesn't look like the head of the Nightcrawler thing.
Mm-mm.
But some other things
Not falling
that,
forward.
well, actually, no, I'll mention that later. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, so the last thing, this is a different cryptid, but it is still related. If you go to the next slide, this is a sketch that I think one of the people who encountered it.
It's very awkwardly drawn. Just saying.
Yeah, but that's what they saw, so
I know.
I don't know.
Also,
Just
they're
saying.
not an artist. Like,
I know.
Yeah. So this happened in
saying-
Ohio. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
No, there's just, if you glance at it, you see a dick. That's all I'm saying.
It does look
Yeah.
very
That's what I
phallic.
meant by
Yeah.
awkwardly drawn.
that's fair.
It's like a pee-pee with legs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so this is called the Carmel Area Creature, and this was spotted in Ohio. So did I write this? I don't remember. Yes, I did. Okay. On the night of December 12th, 2014, the day after my 21st birthday. I'm trying to think of what I did that day. Okay, I wrote that my mom took me to Denny's, but I don't think that's true. I think for my 20th birthday, so my birthday is always during finals week and like move out week for college students. So when I turned 20, my mom took me to Denny's. Yes, she took me to Denny's. And then on my 21st birthday, I think I had like 2 or 3 drinks at a bar and then went and took a poetry final.
Nice.
On my 21st birthday, my birthday's actually on Thursday, but I was in the Berg for the summer, and it was the day that the high school was holding that huge meeting about whether or not they were going to change the mascot.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
that day, and we were eating dinner at Reifschneider's, and all these people came in, like, cheering that they hadn't changed the mascot.
Oh my god.
So I had a fun 21st birthday.
We didn't keep that in the last episode, did we?
No.
No, I caught it.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that we have a very problematic mascot, and that's
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
That's all you really need to know. My 21st birthday, I spent puking my guts out. So,
fair.
not because I
Cool.
was drunk, because I had the flu.
Of course you did.
Because I always have the flu.
Yeah.
All right. So on the day after my 21st birthday, not that anything, if whatever. A 60-year-old ex-Marine and his wife were driving near Carmel, Ohio. Carmel, yeah.
Yep.
Carmel. Okay. I don't know. I'm afraid it's not caramel.
Nope.
There's no A. Okay, or E. I don't know how you spell it. Whatever.
I just googled
anyway,
it, and it is caramel. There's no A. I googled it.
No,
You're
no,
good.
it's just Carmel. Carmel.
Yes.
Maybe it's Carmel. I don't
Yes.
know. Hold on, my cat is scratching the chair. I'm gonna throw her out of the room. Oh, here's a fun story that I can tell. So my sister has hedgehogs because I don't know, we can't have a normal family.
Wait, she has more than one?
Yeah, she has
Has
2
she always
hedgehogs.
had
She
more
had
than
4 hedgehogs.
Oh, I thought there was only
Because-
one.
Yeah, the one gave birth to the 3.
Oh, I missed that part.
Did we know
So
the
she
one
kept
was
one of
pregnant?
them. Yes, she did it on purpose. She had a boy hedgehog over for a play date.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so Vincent van Gogh is his name, and he was knocked. He's called Vincent van Gogh because his brother ate part of his ear off.
Oh my gosh.
That isn't funny, but that is hysterical.
Whatever.
Not the ear losing part.
He's fine.
Yeah.
But today, I don't know where Lucy was out all day, and so some animal. It literally could have been any other animal in this house. We have 3 cats, a dog, and then the 2 hedgehogs. It could have been any of them except for Hazel the hedgehog. She didn't do anything wrong. But when she went down to her room, his cage was knocked over and he was gone.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So we were like, great, he's dead. We knew the cats couldn't have eaten him because he's a hedgehog and he's incredibly spiky. But we spent like, I would say a good 3 hours searching for this idiot. And I was like, because you guys know my house, I was like way in the back in that storage room looking around under the piles of garbage that we have because we're hoarders. And eventually Lucy found him in her closet, safe and sound. He's fine.
That's good.
But anyway, why did I tell that story? Oh,
You're
bad
talking
animals.
about the cat.
It could have been Peppa. It could have been Peppa who knocked the thing over, but I don't think it was. Everyone blames my cat for everything bad that happens in this house, but I don't think it was her. Anyway.
Your cat did. She's interrupted every single time we've recorded, which I find amazing, and I try to leave her in as much as I can. And
she's very bad. I'll put a picture of her.
She made me think that your house was haunted in Maine. So
yes, because she's sneaky.
I was sleeping on an air mattress, and I thought the doors were closed, and all of a sudden something hit the air mattress. But then I heard her collar. And Hannah could hear me.
Little whale cat.
Hannah could hear me yelling from upstairs.
I think I just texted you, is Peppa in there?
Yeah. I think you were like, you good? And I was like, it's your cat.
Oh, she's something.
It scared the shit out of me.
She was found on the highway in Missouri.
She also made me lose my ring, but hopefully I get that back. Like that. Anyway.
Oh, Peppa.
Okay, so all that to say, actually this is good because I felt like we were going to be short, but now we're right
45 minutes. Yeah, we're good.
I know, I was worried because we're pretty much done after this.
That's fine.
Okay, so on the night of December 12th, I don't know how many times I have to tell this to you people, a 60-year-old ex-Marine and his wife were driving near Carmel, Ohio. I almost said Maine. Ohio. I wonder, I'm going to Google something really quick after this. As they crested a hill, they saw a 7-foot-tall, gray, slender creature running into the woods. The witness said the following, and the creature is that crude drawing that looks like a penis running. We recently bought a place in We recently bought a place in the Fort Hill area in southeast Highland County. We first noticed after about 30 days of living there that we suddenly have a perfect circle that stays fresh green no matter what weather in our front yard. On Friday night, the 12th, we were driving home. After turning on Carmel Road, which leads to our road, we went around the curve by the Carmel Church and then up a small incline, and approximately 10 feet over the incline and in front of our truck, the alien ran across the road into the woods. So again, this isn't exactly like the Nightcrawler, but they look really similar. I think this one has a longer body, but it has no arms. Okay, so it's thin, armless, pale, and humanoid, and it's been seen in Ohio. I also thought I read somewhere that it was seen, or something similar was seen in Maine, which I'll look into that.
Yeah.
But the Carmel area creature is tall, gray, with presumably no arms and a long, muscular body. It is bipedal and walks in an odd manner with its backwards bending knees. It resembles the Fresno Nightcrawler. So, see how in the picture the top of the PP is pointing forward?
Yes.
That's the direction it's going.
Yeah.
It's not like leaned back running. It's like running that way.
Yeah. That was how I pictured it anyway.
Like a bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
It basically looks like a mixture of like the Fresno Nightcrawlers and like Slender Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a naked Slender Man running through the woods.
With no arms.
With no arms.
With no arms.
And backwards knees.
And backwards knees, like.
So basically nothing like Slender Man.
It's tall and skinny and gray.
Right.
And that's where the resemblance stops.
Really, it's just its own thing. Okay. You guys can go to the next slide. Look at that. See that sign? Look at that road sign.
Sentient pants. Telling you, it's what they are. The pants have come alive.
So possible explanations for this. So some people think it's an alien or some kind of extraterrestrial being. And the one thing I will say about that, sorry, I just popped my knuckles really loud into the microphone. I apologize. But the one thing I will say about that alien idea is that in the Fact or Faked, and okay, and this could have been totally staged, but in the Fact or Faked episode that I watched, they went out into the woods to try to catch something, and all of their equipment started acting up. Like the battery that powers all of their little night vision TVs or whatever wouldn't work, and one of the what would you call them? Investigators, her walkie-talkie battery drained twice, which is like super weird. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but but you know, like a lot of alien sightings and stuff have people will report instances of, you know, electronics that are not working anymore, or you know, just like weird electronic phenomenon is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Something else it could be is a new species, possibly a primate with short arms.
Doesn't have any arms.
Well, and why would it show up like, I guess, I mean, I know it's a night vision camera, but why would it show up pure white?
Yeah. That's not a very good evolutionary trait.
No.
But
especially
maybe
if it's
new species is a misnomer. Like maybe it's just an animal that we've never found before, because like I said, Yosemite's about the size of Rhode Island. So that's like really big. Another thing, and I didn't put a picture of this in because I really, really, really hate deer and deer-like creatures because they just really freak me out. I don't know why. They just like,
well, you hit one,
give me the
and I
heebie-jeebies.
think that didn't help.
Yeah, no, it was before that. But
I know, but it got worse after you hit one.
Yeah, I didn't hit it, Shannon.
That's true.
Exploded
it hit you. I know. Well, and it kind of ran in front of you, so.
It did. It hit me.
Yeah.
Going 75 in Ohio. Oh my God! I killed a nightcrawler. I killed the Carmel area creature. But it might be a misidentified gazelle standing upright. So you've seen deer standing up, right?
Yeah.
Google it. It's freaky.
I've seen it. No.
But like, where would its whole body have been?
Exactly. That's why I don't like. I'm Googling it anyway because I've seen it, but that doesn't look the same, and it wouldn't move the same, and there's no billowing thingy.
No, because when gazelles and deer stand upright, they kind of hop.
Yeah.
And that wasn't hopping. It was its legs were moving fluidly.
Yeah, and it's not like it's gonna like put a robe on before it does this, but it needs like the
like the puffy knee part.
And when you get even the slightest part of a deer's profile as it's standing on two legs, you can still see its like front legs. It looks a little T-Rexy. So,
and also it wouldn't be like sprinting into the woods.
No.
Yeah.
Like if it was the Carmel creature.
Yeah.
Especially not on two legs. That's not what deer do.
I literally just found a picture of a deer standing on its hind legs in a night vision camera thing. Like, it doesn't look remotely similar.
No, you can tell it's a deer.
Yeah.
Because, like, the original Fresno Nightcrawler video is just hammer pants with a tiny little bean head. Another theory that we've talked about were the pants or puppet on a wire theory. It's kind of been, it can be done, but not great, and you can tell, like, we watched that Poland video, and it was very bad.
That one seems the most likely to me, personally. If it's not an actual, like, cryptid being, you know, that one seems the most likely to me. Absent it actually, like, existing. But,
yeah.
Because the other ones just don't seem, I don't know. Other than aliens. I'll always accept aliens as an answer.
Yeah, but, like, what were those aliens doing? You can't tell in the first video, but that is an extremely residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's, like, it's just his front yard. That black, sort of black back that you can see, that's his fence. It's like a wrought iron fence.
I don't question the motives of aliens. I just...
I don't question
Who knows why they do
Look,
what they do?
We live in Illinois. It is the land of aliens besides, like, Arizona.
Yeah. There was
So we just don't question the aliens.
There was a really big,
and we know they do things, and
Yeah.
we just let them live their lives.
there was a really, like, not big, but a fairly well-known alien sighting thing up in, I think, Highland a while ago. But I think it was Highland. It was somewhere near here.
It.
Yeah, I don't think either of you were living here, and it may have been back in like the 90s or something. I don't remember, but
Look, our entire town is surrounded by cornfields, so
I live next to corn.
crop circles
It's
are a
literally
big
signs up here.
thing.
We
Yeah.
live in the movie signs.
Yeah.
Yes. Or like Children of the Corn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're not aliens, are they?
No,
I
they're
haven't
just
seen that. Yeah.
Creep.
controlled by a demon.
Oh my god, one time,
No, they're just controlled by a demon.
yeah. Where were we going? My mom and I think we were dropping my sister off to go to my dad's for the weekend. And this was at the time my dad lives in Muscuda and we, don't. And so we would meet at over on Radio Range Road where there's that like model airplane.
Oh yeah, I drive there all the
Yeah,
time.
where they
we would
fly their
meet-
model airplanes.
Yeah, we would meet there and do a custody switch instead of going to the Denny's that we used to go to because it made more sense. And Mom and I were driving back and it was like just starting to get kind of dark. And this dude was just like, and we're driving through cornfields. This guy was just like standing in a cornfield, like watching us drive by. It was
So,
so
let me-
unsettling.
Maybe that's just spooky.
Let me paint a picture of what is it called? It's Radio
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 Range Road.
Radio
Yeah.
Range Road. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really close to the Air Force Base out here,
Mm-hmm.
which is why it's called Radio Range because you are still within radio range of the base.
Yep.
But it is just flat corn.
Yep.
There are no buildings for miles. It is nothing. It's so. If you want like freaky Americana, that's where you go. It's just like Lost in the Cornfield
Yeah.
vibes.
Like, if
It's
you ever
creepy.
look up Midwest Gothic, that is where we live.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's
Mhm.
oof. All right. So what do you guys think this could be?
I'm personally leaning toward alien or just its own thing. Kind of like Bigfoot's its own thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think it's an animal that's been misidentified. I definitely don't think it's a person just faking it.
No.
And then
it's just to me physiologically impossible
Yeah.
for it to be any sort of human.
Yeah, and then if we're assuming it's fake, I'm going for the pants or puppet on a wire theory. But I'm open to arguments on both sides.
My thing is it's, I mean, I know there's those other sightings possibly in Ohio and whatnot, but it's pretty much only found in Yosemite. So that leads me to believe that it's a one-off type of creature regardless of its origin, and that makes me think it's not an actual animal, because most animals have similar like species or creatures in other regions of the world or the country.
yeah.
There's very few that are that specific that it would only be in Yosemite. So that to me leads more towards like an alien theory.
But to play devil's advocate,
That's fine.
remember that fox we talked about?
Yes.
They
Yeah.
hadn't seen that in 100 years.
Yeah,
And then it just
that is
suddenly is
true.
on a trail cam.
That is true.
Yeah, that's why I
So,
said I'm open to
Who
arguments.
knows what's in
But
there?
also, there are multiple types of foxes throughout the world. So, but there's no other creatures that look like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of more my point than the fact that like no one really sees it in Yosemite. It's more that there's nothing else on the planet that looks like it. So we have nothing to
Gotcha.
base it off of. So that leads me to assume that it is not an animal. But I don't know. I like to believe in aliens because I just like to. So that's the route that I would go. But I'm not I mean, I'm not going to sit here and like argue that they definitely are aliens.
Yeah.
I'm totally open
you can't.
to
Like
someone who is much more of an expert being like, no, it's definitely this. And I'd be like, okay, well, you clearly know. So
Yeah.
I just like the alien theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't believe that misidentified theory because it reminds me of when people say that Mothman was just a crane, and it's like, no, because the people who described it said that it looked nothing like that,
and I'm sorry, but that many people don't not know what a crane looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I know what a bird is.
I've seen enough of them in my lifetime.
Yeah. And cranes don't have abs, unlike Mothman. So.
And a bodacious butt.
Yes.
Exactly.
I love that fucking statue so much. I don't know
I
why.
bought you a Mothman mug the other day.
You should have.
That's what I was. Remember when I asked you guys what your favorite cryptid was?
Yeah.
It was because I was on Amazon trying to find. They had a Fresno Nightcrawler little keychain, and they had one of Mothman, but they didn't have one of the Phantom Cats. Shelby, I was trying so hard.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I also am really big into Krakens.
Okay.
So.
I already told you
Kraken.
should play Return of the Obra Dinn, right?
Yeah,
Shelby?
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. There's a Kraken. And mermaids. But, like, real mermaids that are, like, terrifying.
Oh, yes. We're going to talk about mermaids one day, I hope you know, because...
That's fine. I love those.
There's a lot of the ocean that no one knows about, so...
Yeah.
It's coming.
Exactly.
It's coming for you. Just like there's a lot of Yosemite that no one knows about.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Nightcrawlers are real.
Okay, speaking of other cryptids that aren't the ones we're talking about, please go to the next slide.
Okay.
Everyone go take this quiz right now.
Okay.
Take this quiz.
This
Click
is a
on
fun
that tiny font.
So I definitely
so this is a
already
quiz.
took the quiz because
I have not taken this
we'll
quiz.
take it again.
Shelby likes to skip ahead.
Am I small, medium, or average size?
You're small.
Shannon, you're small.
Okay, so this
That's
is
such a funny
the cryptidpersonalityquiz.weebly.com, and everyone should take it. I got the chupacabra, so I'll read to you about my cryptid. You got chupacabra. El chupacabra is a cryptid that is renowned for its attacks on livestock, hence the Spanish name, the goat sucker. It supposedly feeds off the blood of chickens, goats, and other farm animals. The chupacabra is reported to be agile and intelligent, elaborately decorated with crests along the spine, small-sized creatures. Chupacabra... What? Who wrote this? Chupacabras walk as if they own the world and will not back down for no one. From their first sighting in March 1995, chupacabras have been reported in massive numbers. They will confidently enter the territory of others, with sightings increasing all over the Americas, specifically in the southwest United States, Mexico, and Puerto Rico.
I also got the chupacabra.
Well,
excellent.
I did not. I got Bigfoot.
Shelby.
What'd you get, Shelby?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Oh, please read to us about Bigfoot.
Oh my gosh, okay. The term Bigfoot is used to describe a legendary race of ape men all over the world. The term is often used to describe the Sasquatch, a hominoid cryptid found in the Pacific Northwest of North America. Stories of an ape-like creature roaming the forests of North America have been around as long as some of the Native American tribes started in grammar. God, okay.
I know that's what.
However,
this is not written well. No offense.
Right. However, the earliest written account was made in 1811 by David Thompson, and the term Bigfoot originated in 1958. Sasquatches are strong, unpolished individuals with a gruff exterior that conceals their soft and chewy center.
Ugh.
What?
I don't like that. Crazy.
Apparently, I have an unpolished, gruff exterior that conceals my soft and chewy center.
Gross.
Yuck.
Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
I don't like that.
I do like knowing that I'm a Bigfoot, though. I
Yeah.
don't know what that means, but here we are.
All right, so you can go to the last slide. I forgot to take the source off of this, but I love this picture so much. Look at the feet.
Yes.
Oh my god, I love it.
They're high heels.
It's a Fresno Nightcrawler
Nightcrawler
in high heels.
Yes.
I love it. I love
That's
it so
perfect.
much.
Anyway,
Love
that was the
it.
Fresno Nightcrawler. I hope you
Yay.
all enjoyed it.
I did.
Did.
I think I might do a PowerPoint next time because it helped me like focus on what we're doing, having the PowerPoint up.
Yeah, I like the
'cause you can't,
PowerPoint, and then like
read it.
Shannon with yours, I like followed along with your
Mhm.
notes, and that helped me. So I'll probably do one for my next one too.
I did not because I need visuals.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have.
I'm very easily
Yeah,
distracted.
I'm probably gonna do I still need to do my outline because otherwise I'm just gonna be lost. But yeah, I might do a PowerPoint. I like
Cool.
that. I like the visuals.
Like I said in the beginning, it is the best format for
It really is.
anything. For anything.
Yeah, it is.
Microsoft Office wanna sponsor us?
Well, we're using Google, so
Please.
That's
Yeah.
true. So
That's
Although-
true. Google
sponsor us.
Slides. Google Slides is the
if
best.
Microsoft sponsors us, fuck Google. We're using PowerPoint from now on. Like, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, someone just give us
Who wants to
money,
sponsor
okay?
us first?
All right.
All right, well, bye, friends.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Bye. Thanks for listening to The Triad. Our music is by Scott Buckley. Our audio is recorded by our studio engineer, Craig Bott.
If you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Tumblr as The Triad Podcast. Our website is thetriadpodcast.wordpress.com. There you can find information about our latest episode, including the show notes and sources.
We're also on Patreon as The Triad. Currently, all Patreon funds will go towards the costs of hosting the show. Each tier has its own rewards, but every patron receives our undying gratitude. If you have comments, questions, or stories? Email us at thetriadpod@gmail.com. Thank you again for listening to The Triad, where we're spooky but sensitive.